Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to the FCS Football channel, and today we have got some huge and exciting news, and it's regarding Raphael Varane, and that is that Manchester United have agreed a deal to sign the French international. Let me just check all these settings are right on the camera. There we go. Hopefully that's all right. So, sorry about the lighting or whatever. It's the best I can do. So, we have a tweet officially from Manchester United, and it's thus: Bonsoir Reds. We've agreed a deal in principle to sign Raphael Varane. Now, of course, we got the here we go yesterday, and now Manchester United have followed up and officially announced the signing of Raphael Varane. While, of course, we do still have to wait for things like the shirt, the holding of the shirt. Look, you don't agree a deal or announce a deal if you haven't got it done, do you? So this is what Manchester United have had to say on their website. Manchester United is delighted to announce the club has reached an agreement with Real Madrid for the transfer of French international and World Cup winner Raphael Varane. Hold on, let me move this so it actually fits the screen properly. There we go. Subject to a medical and player terms being agreed. So, look, it's done, isn't it? It's done. I mean, it's kind of crossing the T's, dotting the I's moment, and here we go. From Fabrizio Romano tweeting: official agree in principle between Manchester United and Real Madrid for Raphael Varane confirmed. Manchester United is delighted to announce the club has reached an agreement for Raphael Varane, subject to a medical and player terms being finalised. Is this the same tweet? Brilliant, it is. That's the one we want. So this was from Fabrizio Romano, 7 minutes ago, saying Raphael Varane will be in England later this week. Then after a quarantine period, he'll undergo his medical and sign his contract until June 2025, plus an option until June 2026, already agreed since weeks ago. Manchester United will pay €50 million to Real Madrid, details included. So that will be stuff like add-ons and whatever we paid at later dates rather than straight away. Time for does that mean, where were you meant to put Varane there? Time for Varane announcement mount to happen after. Time for Varane announcement mount to happen. What? Time for caramel announcement. Is that way then? Is it Varane to happen after his debut? I'm gonna be honest, Villa Football, I have no idea what you're trying to say. I don't know where Varane, where you're meant to have put Varane. Furthermore, obviously Marcus Rashford, he kind of announced Jadon Sancho beforehand, didn't he? When he put yes X. Marcus Rashford going along the same lines here, saying, "Can we please stop spamming my posts now? Retweeting the bonsoir. Time for Varane announce. Oh, it was meant to say time for Varane announcement to happen after his debut. Yes. I've got you now. So look, Varane's done. Yes. We got there in the end. So look, basically, what it is now at this point, it is just waiting. Look, we as I said, he's coming to the country soon. And then he has to undergo a quarantine period because obviously COVID and all that. Then he'll do his medical. Look, the amount. How many times have you seen a player fail a medical? players don't really fail medicals, do they? So it is just waiting for the time where he holds that shirt up and we have one of the best centre backs in world football. And look, if you look at that team, that defence now, I mean, like I said before, I plan to make a video around Manchester United's team. But if I go to this screen, if you get, if I load up this, you put Varane in that centre back, whether it's Henderson or whether it is De Gea. Look at the state of that defence. That defence is absolutely brilliant. That is world class. That's a centre back partnership to compete with the likes of Van Dijk and Joe Gomez, or Van Dijk and Konate, to compete with the John Stones and Diaz, or Diaz and Laporte, to compete with Sergio Ramos and Kimpembe, or Sergio Ramos and Marquinhos. It really is incredible. Have you heard of Rooney breaking it? I know. Literally, yeah, the only... I mean, Fekir failed one at Liverpool, didn't he? But apart from that, it don't happen often. In regards to Wayne Rooney, Derby County are done. They're absolutely ruined. Like, they have no players. And look, but, I mean, going back to that team, look at the state of that. It's absolutely unbelievable. And look, I think, and I was thinking this on when I was walking home. Hi, you're right, Parvin. I was thinking this on my walk out after it got announced. When you go to somebody, well, throughout obviously how long we needed a centre back. If anyone had ever asked me, you could have any centre back in the world of football, who would you go for? Who would you get? Obviously, apart from Van Dijk, who was totally unrealistic, my first name was always Varane. And now we're getting him. That's how unbelievable I think this deal is. I think 99% of people, if they get asked, what centre-back would you want to buy? They're saying Raphael Varane. And who have we just signed? Raphael Varane. Absolutely unbelievable. The only person that would make that defence look bad is Lee Grant. Like I've said before, I don't think Tom Heaton's that bad. I think De Gea should be first choice. The only goalkeeper that would make it bad is Lee Grant. Time for Tim the janitor to start at left back and Julia the Stewart to start playing goalie for Derby. Yeah, look, they're in a mess. Financially, they're in a mess. Their owner wants out, and Wayne Rooney's is done out. I mean, I do believe Man United will probably try and help him out. We'll probably try and send him. Well, obviously, the chances are they'll get Mengi. We might give them players like, I don't know, Levitt, Palestri maybe. Players like that, they might be given on loan, and we'll just cover their wages to try and help out Wayne. But I'm not sure if they can even make signings at the moment. Like I said, they're in an absolute mess. But look, going back to the Varane deal. Look, this isn't the only signing we have to get done. Varane and Sancho, don't get me wrong, they are absolutely world-class signings. Why do I look so blue? If I open this window, does that sort it a little bit? Not really. So yeah, you get Varane in, like we have. We still got other targets we have to hit. And the next one is a defensive midfielder. Whether that's Ndidi, whether that's Declan Rice, so on and so forth. We do need one. Right. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Are you changing your place? Oh, you mean in regards to the new background? Well, obviously, for those who have been there a long time, they know. Usually, I go to uni. Usually, I'm in my uni accommodation. Now I'm back home, so we've got this background for a bit. We'll be back to the normal setup soon. So, again, just to go over what we've said already, is my webcam now lagging out? Hold on. Let me go back to this. Is my webcam dodgy? Hello. No, it's fine. That's fine then. Right. So I just had to check to make sure the microphone was, or the webcam or whatever, wasn't lagging out. The OG setup. I do have Snapchat, but I not one I share publicly. So just to go over what we've said already. Manchester United have agreed a deal in principle for the transfer of Raphael Varane. Marcus Rashford retweets this, saying, "Can we stop spamming my posts? Oui. This is what Manchester United had to say on the deal on their club website, saying Manchester United is delighted to announce the club has reached an agreement with Real Madrid for the transfer of French international defender and World Cup winner Raphael Varane, subject to medical and the players' terms being finalised." Fabrizio Romano had an update on this, saying Raphael Varane will be in England later this week, then quarantine. After a quarantine period, he'll undergo his medical at Manchester United and sign his contract until June 2025 with an option until June 2026, already agreed since weeks ago. Manchester United will pay 50 million euros to Real Madrid. I don't have. I'm not giving out my Snapchat. Also, I realized I haven't changed my name from. I know. I keep wondering when you're going to change that. To be fair. What a beautiful picture. What a beautiful picture. Wow. Beautiful, mate. Right. So, I mean, now we just wait for a defensive midfielder. I mean, from what I can tell, the names on the list have been Ndidi, Declan Rice, and Camavinga. Obviously, my preference is Ndidi. I've always said I would love to bring Ndidi to the club. And if we can do that, absolutely well, brilliant. And I do believe that's the player we should be aiming for. What is it, Parvin? I mean, look, they're not. It's not very It's very pixelated, but there it is. There you go. So look, yeah. So the DM is the next priority, and it is a big priority. You don't win things without a defensive midfielder. I do honestly think Wilfred Ndidi is a player that is capable of taking us to the next level and taking us and saying, "Look, we're competing for Premier League titles now." I think, look, that has to be the expectation with this Varane deal done. We have to be competing, and I want to be at least be there or thereabouts. I'm not saying we necessarily have to be winning the Premier League title. Like I said, I don't think you win Premier League titles without a proper defensive midfielder, which we don't have. Unless Matic can all of a sudden start playing 60 games a year, which based on last season he can't. So we do need a defensive midfielder, and with that, I think a Premier League title is very much open if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and his staff are good enough. And that's now going to be the question. Are they good enough? There's no more excuses for them. They have to be competing. That team, if we go back to this screen, that team right there, well, I mean, we take out Matic McTominay, and I put in, let's say, Camavinga, that team right there is capable of winning Premier League titles. Whether you play it as a 4-3-3, something more like that, or you like I had it before as a 4-2-3-1, like that. Regardless, that team is capable of winning Premier League titles, and it has to be done. If I'd get prime SEM for 40k in the current market, that's a bargain. Is that how much he goes for on FIFA, mate? Matthew, what's your new one? Again, it's very pixelated. Right, I'm going to stop opening profile pictures. I did it once to see what it was. Forgot you guys would see it. Right, that's all. We're not loading up anymore. So, what? I honestly still can't get my head around it. How good of a signing Raphael Varane is, and for the price. I like Ben White. Don't get me wrong. I do like Ben White, but to say we're getting World Cup winner, 4-time Champions League winner, Raphael Varane for the price, for cheaper than Arsenal are getting Ben White for, is absolutely unbelievable to me. It's absolutely unbelievable. And look, while this deal could have been done maybe quicker, you've got to give it to the board that they've got a deal done. We said that yesterday, and I'll say it again today. This deal is fantastic, but it's not the only one we can get done. We have more deals we have to get done. That players like a defensive midfielder. Maybe you do get in a backup right back. I'm not 100% sure we need a backup right back. I think Brandon Williams and Diego Dalot, 2 right backs right there. Unless you plan to sell one or both of them, I don't think you need to bring in a backup right back. Although, if we've got the money, sure. No, it's all right because everyone knows Varane is a cracking player carried by... You're right. Varane absolutely carried. Ben White is a good sign. Is a good signing for midfield. You mean mid-table? Like I think I like Ben White. I think he is a good defender. But £50 million for him. I think. Look, there's better centre backs in world football than Varane, which you could get for cheaper. But look, that's just my opinion. Look, I genuinely believe this team is good enough to compete for titles, and that excites me. I mean, I said in my video yesterday, well, actually earlier today it came out. For once, I'm genuinely excited for a start of a season and to see how well we do. And that it's been some time since I think a lot of Manchester United fans can say that, and that's a good thing. It can only be a good thing. Be excited because Raphael Varane, just like that, makes us better. We can play higher up the field. We can push teams back, and we don't have to be scared of Jamie Vardy running in behind because we've got Raphael Varane who can just be like, "Cheers, mate. We've got that. That's my ball now." It's a cracking deal. It really, really is. But look, that is going to be about it from me today. This was just a quick announcement. Well, to announce Manchester United have officially confirmed a deal in principle for Raphael Varane. Medicals and personal terms to be agreed, aka he has to pass medical. Personal terms, according from Fabrizio Romano, is done and dusted. So let's just get it over the line. Of course, we will go live when the deal is officially confirmed. He's holding up the shirt, saying, "I'm a Manchester United player now. I love the club," so on and so forth. Do you play any games? And what do you mean? Do I play any games? Like games as in FIFA, or do I do watch-alongs? I do watch-alongs. Where am I? I'm at my parents' or / home address because obviously university's over. Barry definitely beats Larry. Barry beats Larry. But yeah. So again, just OGF says roots. I mean, look, if you go back to some of my really early videos on this channel, you'll see this background. Although, probably a lot messier. I don't really play iPhone games now. Right, again, just to quickly go over, for those of you who are new before we end the stream, because I don't want to leave you guys out the loop. Manchester United have confirmed Rafael Varane in principle. This is what they've said on their website. Manchester United is delighted to announce the club has reached an agreement with Real Madrid for the transfer of French international defender and World Cup winner Rafael Varane, subject to medical and 2 players' terms being finalised. Fabrizio Romano updated, gave us an update saying he'll undergo a medical this week or after his isolation period or quarantine period. He's already signed his contract, and so on and so forth. United will pay 50 million euros. Yeah, Tellez is out until August. When's the away kit launch? That's an interesting question, and obviously, I have a feeling we could see it launch around the same time as Varane, like we saw with Sancho. What we announced the new kit, and what was it, 2 or 3 days after the new kit? All of a sudden, Jadon Sancho's here. So I would imagine Varane will come out fairly around the same time as Varane. Varane and the new kit will come out at a similar time. It's 3 a.m. in Malaysia. That's pretty early, to be fair, mate. Just get to bed, mate. Get to bed. Like I said, I'm ending the stream here. Right. Thank you all for watching and tuning in. It is greatly appreciated. Rafael Varane to Manchester United. It's happening. He's coming. Rafael Varane is coming to the Theatre of Dreams. Hopefully the announcement won't be as long as Sancho. I agree. Hopefully we can get a sick announcement video. I don't think we will get Neves. I don't really want Neves. I think Neves is overrated. But look, I probably will make another video regarding our centre defensive midfield position and who I would get. But look, for me, my first choice right wing signing has been done. And if I got to sign any centre back in world football that wasn't Van Dijk, because he's totally unrealistic, it would have been Rafael Varane, and we're going to get him as well. I'm so happy with the business we've conducted this summer. And I hope you guys are as well. Anyway, we'll be back for, well, the official announcement. I'll have a video out in the next coming days regarding what my starting 11 going into the next season would be. I hope you all have enjoyed. If you have, please do hit the like button below. Subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. Are you getting the vaccine? I've already had one job. I will get the second one. Anyway, like I said, thank you all for watching. Rafael Varane to Manchester United. Officially confirmed, and I'll see you all in the next one in a bit. Peace.